So imagine this, a personal tutor for every single student in an entire country. Sounds like science fiction, right? Well, that's the incredibly ambitious goal of a project called ALETU, and it's custom built for the Ugandan national school curriculum. Let's dive in and see how they're pulling this off.
Right off the bat, that brings up a huge question. I mean, it's one thing to build a cool learning app. It's something else entirely to create an AI tutor that can scale to a whole nation and, more importantly, adapt to every single student. That's a massive challenge. So how is ALETU even tackling it?
The project's own mission statement gives us the perfect place to start. You see those key phrases? Adaptive learning and AI-driven content. This tells you it isn't just some static digital textbook. No, this is a system that's actively learning about each student and then generating custom lessons for them, all while staying true to the official curriculum. And that really gets to the heart of the problem ALETU is trying to solve. For so long, education has been stuck in this one-size-fits-all model, but we all know that's not how people actually learn, right? Think about it. You've got one national curriculum that has to be taught to thousands upon thousands of students. And every single one of those students has their own pace, their own strengths, and their own little knowledge gaps. How can one teacher with one teaching method possibly serve all of them effectively? Well, they can't, and that's exactly the gap ALETU is designed to fill. To really get a feel for how this works, let's follow a student. We'll call her Aisha. Let's see how the system guides her from the moment she logs in, because this is where the magic of personalization really kicks in. Okay, so the very first thing Aisha interacts with is the syllabus manager. You can think of it as her personal learning GPS. It scans her entire biology syllabus, finds the one topic where she has the lowest mastery score, and says, hey, start here. It's all about targeting her specific needs from the get-go. No wasted time. So the system knows what Aisha needs to learn. But the big question is, how does it actually teach her? This is where we get into the AI-powered core of ALETU, where unique lesson is created just for her, right on the spot. Now, the foundation for all of this is something called the knowledge graph. This is basically the curriculum's digital brain. It's not just a bunch of text copied from a book. It's a super organized database of facts and, crucially, the relationships between them, all pulled directly from the official curriculum. This is the secret to making sure every AI-generated lesson is accurate and on point. So with those verified facts from the knowledge graph, the content generator gets to work. It takes those concepts and uses a large language model to weave them into a full lesson. And here's the really cool part. It can personalize the tone. If Aisha learns better with a more energetic, encouraging style, the AI can actually adjust its writing to be more engaging for her. How cool is that? All right, after the lesson, Aisha takes a quiz. But this isn't about getting a simple A or an F. ALETU uses a pretty sophisticated model called Bayesian knowledge tracing, or BKT. Instead of just marking answers right or wrong, it calculates the probability that she has truly mastered a concept. It's smart enough to know the difference between a lucky guess and real understanding, giving a much clearer picture of what she actually knows. Okay, so let's tie this all together in what they call the learning loop. First, the syllabus manager points Aisha to a topic. Second, the AI generates a custom lesson and quiz just for her. Third, she takes the quiz. Fourth, BKT updates her mastery score. And finally, the loop repeats. It either moves her to the next topic or, if she's struggling, gives her some extra help. It's this continuous, adaptive cycle of learning, perfectly tailored to her. But, building an AI this complex isn't just about having clever algorithms. It takes some serious discipline. In fact, the project's strict development standards are kind of the secret sauce that makes the whole thing reliable, scalable, and, most importantly, safe. Look, without a strong set of rules, a project like this can easily go off the rails, spitting out inaccurate or biased content. But ALETU's approach is totally different. Every lesson is grounded in that factual knowledge graph. The content is actively checked for cultural relevance, and the whole system is built to be scalable and is tested like crazy. Let's look at some specifics. To stop the AI from making stuff up, what we call hallucinations, every single prompt is grounded in that knowledge graph. To avoid being culturally tone-deaf, the system is designed to use specific Ugandan cultural keywords. And to make sure the code doesn't just fall apart, they require over 80% test coverage. This isn't just a prototype, it's being engineered for the real world. So, what's the endgame here? What's the ultimate goal of all this incredible technology and careful engineering? Well, it's about fundamentally changing education for the better, one student at a time.
90%. That's the magic number. It's the mastery score ALETU requires before a student can move on. This is a really powerful idea. The goal isn't just to get through the material, it's to ensure a deep, solid understanding. The system puts actual competence way ahead of just checking a box.
So to wrap it all up, ALETU is a closed-loop adaptive tutor. It finds a student's knowledge gaps, uses that amazing combo of AI and a knowledge graph to teach and test, and then uses smart assessment to track their progress. What you get is a scalable, equitable, and truly student-centered way to learn. And that really leaves us with a final, fascinating question to think about. ALETU is creating a blueprint. If AI can be tailored this effectively to personalize learning for an entire nation, what does that mean for the future of education everywhere? What could a system like this unlock for learners all across the globe? It's pretty exciting to think about.